Hey now, Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net and orderpatrol.net. Today's video is a follow-up to my last video in which we talked about the pros and cons of partnering with a food truck if you're a bar or pub or brewery that does not serve food. So that video was for those of you who are deciding if that's an option that you want to go after. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, how to partner with a food truck, from where to find them, how to contact them in your area, what to say to them to motivate them to work with you so it's a win-win situation, to how do your guests order, how do they get their food. I'm going to lay the entire plan out for you here because I love you. It's heartwarming because it's true. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the 4 steps to partnering with a food truck if you are a bar or brewery that does not serve food. Step 1, find a truck to partner with. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming. All right, or if you want to rotate trucks on different nights, you're going to have to find multiple trucks to partner with because your favorite truck might be like, well, we have this thing we do on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, so we can't be there. Then you're going to have to find different trucks on that night to partner with or find a completely different truck altogether. So what you're going to do is make a list of food trucks in your area so you have many to choose from. Okay, so how do we go about finding food trucks in our area to contact? Maybe you already have the answer to this. Maybe you already know. If so, you can just fast forward to step 2, or you can wait patiently like a good boy or girl. Now, the easiest way to do this is go to yelp.com. And we all know that Yelp is a bunch of douche nozzles when it comes to how they treat restaurants, but they are a very good directory when it comes to needing a list of businesses in your area, and it's no different with food trucks. So I want you to come on a little journey with me to a place called yelp.com. So I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm just going to show you really quick. So I live near a place called Walnut Creek, so we're just going to type in food trucks in Walnut Creek. Let's pretend I have a bar in Walnut Creek. So as you can see here, these top 2 are ads, so we want to get down where it starts with number 1. Okay, and you have a whole list of food trucks here, and what we want to do is we want to make a list of food trucks that have the type of food that you think your guests would like. Don't get the type of food that just you like. Make sure it's the type of food your guests are going to like, and then we want to get the contact info so we can contact them. So get your little notebook out and just start making a list. Now, right off the bat here, we see like the Taste of the World Market, and we know just by the title of that, this is going to be multiple food trucks in an area, which is really cool because you can go check them all out at once. And if we look at the hours right here, it says they're closed all these days, but they're open on Thursday and Friday from these hours. So you can head on down there and you can check them out and get multiple food trucks at one time. Besides that, we're scrolling through and finding the other ones that we like. Maybe your place isn't going to like kebabs, so you pass that up. Let's see if there's something. Well, here's fries. This is kind of normal, so maybe this is like burgers and fries. So we're going to look at Offie's Kitchen. I don't know how that's pronounced. And then we can look for the website here. And I already found the website earlier. I'm going to go to it here. There it is. So here's the website. Here's the contact information. You can learn all about them. You can check out their menu to see if this is the food you like. And if you do, put them on your list. Write their contact info, and then we'll talk about what we're going to say in just a minute. The other thing you might want to look at when you get on their website is look at, a lot of times they'll have a calendar and a schedule of where they're going to be. So you could also go check them out and see what they're all about. But you can also see if it conflicts with the times that you want them. So if you want them in the day, you can see that this particular place, which is Cousin's Maine Lobster, they're booked just about every day. So you're probably going to have to scratch them off your list. But if you want them at night, you can see that most of the time they end at like 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the day. And if they want to make extra money, they might be willing to come to your bar at night. Like starting at 5 o'clock, they could be there from like 5 to 10 or 5 to 8 or whatever hours you think is good. They might be open to that. So you can go ahead and contact them there as well. So go ahead and get on Yelp, make a list. There's also another one called discoveryfoodtrucks.com, I think it's called. I'm not sure about that. It's pretty good, but it's a little more limited. I would just use Yelp. I think that's the best system for you finding a list of food trucks in your area. And then the next most logical step, step 2, is you're going to contact the food truck owner or operator. Okay, and this can be tough if you can't find their contact information on Yelp or they don't have a website Okay, this is where you have to do your due diligence and you might have to go visit them in person. Okay, so you can contact them by phone or email if you do find them. Otherwise, find something like this World Market that I just showed you and head down there where there's multiple food trucks and go by truck and talk to the food truck operator. Okay, and the other great thing is you can actually try their food when you go down there in person to see if you really like it, which leads us right into step 3, which is the pitch, or what you're going to say to the food truck owner. So here's what you're going to say once you contact them. All right, you're going to say, hello, my name's Dave Allred. Except you're going to substitute your name, of course, and you wouldn't think I'd have to say that, but, there's a lot of ding-dongs in the world. So, hello, my name's Dave Allred, and I have a bar over on Maple Street called Dave's Amazing Bar. Okay, we have great clientele. We're very busy. People love it there. We have a great following of regulars, but we don't have any food, which is where you come in. Okay, I've done a lot of research. I've visited a lot of food trucks, and yours is one of my favorites. I love your food, so I'm wondering if you would like to collaborate and work together. You get more sales, selling more food. I get my people staying at my bar and not leaving and going finding food. It's a win-win for both of us. Okay, that's the gist of it. I mean, you can revise that any way you want, but you want to make sure you sell it in a way that helps them. Does that make sense? So make sure to compliment their food. They love that. In other words, don't just make it about you and your bar. Make sure they know how they're going to benefit from the situation. And then if they do show interest, one of the first questions that needs to be answered is, what days and times do you want them there? Right? It needs to make sure that it aligns with what they're doing. They have other gigs. They have other things going on. So they're not just going to drop everything just for you. It has to align with what they're doing as well. And then step 4 is the ordering process. And this is an important one because other bars do partner with food trucks, but this is an opportunity for you to separate yourself from those other schmucks. And the way to do that is to do it differently than food trucks do traditionally what they do right now, which is to form a line and then order through the window. I mean, you can do it like that. I mean, your guests could get up when the food trucks arrives. They could walk outside. They could stand in line and they could look up and see what there is to order, place their order, and then stand around waiting for their order, possibly in the freezing cold, and then finally get their order and walk back inside. However, y'all know that I'm all about systemizing and being more efficient, including this partnering with food trucks, all right, which is why we created our ordering system called Order Patrol, okay, which you can check out right here, all right, and yes, this is a shameless plug because it's good, all right, it's amazing, okay, so here's how it looks with Order Patrol. So picture this for a moment, okay, once the food truck arrives, you're going to pull out QR menu codes for the food truck menu, and you're going to place them on your tables in your bar. Okay? Now your guests are going to pull out their phones. They're going to scan the QR code. They're going to peruse the menu, choose what they want. They're going to modify it any way they want. They're going to add sides. They're going to add drinks, whatever. And then they're going to add their food to the cart and check out. It's basically like having their own POS system right in their pocket. Now, those orders are sent directly to the food truck, either through a printer or they can get a notification on their device, and they start making the order. Now, your guests can order another round of drinks from you, so you're making more money instead of them standing outside waiting for their food. Okay? And all that money that's being paid for the food is handled by the food truck. You don't handle any of that money. You don't have to worry about any of that. Then, when the order is ready, Order Patrol can either send a text notification or an email notification directly to your guest device, telling them that their food's ready. They go out and get it. They come back. They start eating. That's it. It's that simple. Now, you might be asking, Order Patrol, is that something I'm supposed to get or the food truck gets? How does that work? Great question. So, in this case, the food truck is using Order Patrol. It's their menu. They're collecting payment, so they are using it. Okay, although you will have the QR menu code on your tables of their menu so your guests can scan it, view the menu, and order. So then your next question is, so then why are you telling me, the bar owner, about Order Patrol instead of the food truck? Another great question. You're so smart. The answer is, I'm telling you about Order Patrol for 2 reasons. Okay, 1, you can actually have this in your bar, pub, brewery. We have a lot of people using it just for that. It's not just for food, it's for ordering drinks and cocktails as well. So you can put the QR menu code on your tables, your guests can scan it, your cocktail menu can come up, all your beers, all of your alcohol can come up in there, and they can just start ordering themselves. They can modify things, extra shaken, extra cold, extra olives, splash of soda, anything they want. You can have upsells in there, make extra money. They send it off to the bar, it prints up, bartender makes the drinks, and then you just have servers running the drinks. Okay, you have less employees on, less labor. It's super freaking efficient. It makes a lot of sense. And did I mention the best part, that it's free to use for you? No? I didn't mention it? I probably should have mentioned it. Completely free for you to use. The guests just pay a small transaction fee, which they have no problem with. It's just the way of the world these days. And then the second reason I'm telling you about Order Patrol is if you partner with a food truck, this is going to make both of your lives so much easier. In fact, it's going to make the food truck's life and business so much easier 24/7 because they'll be using it all the time, not just at your place. So if you can convince them to sign up with Order Patrol, I'm going to give you $250 for every truck or business you get to sign up because, well, I f***ing love you. Of course, we've been over this. All right, but I also want to make sure everyone wins here. Remember, it doesn't cost you or the food truck anything to use it. No monthly fee, nothing. And then both of you will have a great system in place for your guests to order and get their orders. Okay, again, you can check out the details here above my head. I'll also have a link in the description below the video. So that's it in a nutshell. All right, just the 4 steps. 1, you're going to find a food truck. All right, make your list using Yelp. 2, you're going to contact the food truck owner, try out their food. 3, you're going to make your pitch, make it collaborative so you both benefit. And then 4, the ordering process, which you want to make as easy and systemized as possible for everyone involved. If it's complicated, your people are just going to go somewhere else to eat, and we both know we don't want that to happen. All right, I hope that helps. Okay, if you have any questions, you can email us at orderpatrol.net, and I sincerely hope that you make $1 million or more partnering with a food truck. Okay, I appreciate you being here. I am going to see you next time. I'm out.